Welcome back to the channel, my fellow language learners. In today's video, I want to give you 3 pieces of advice which might seem a little bit unorthodox, but which I also think can really help you. If you're struggling to learn a foreign language, I want to be the person that helps you to stay motivated and stay consistent so that by the end of this year, by the end of 2025, you get to where you want to be with that foreign language. And before I jump into today's video, I want to welcome you to leave a comment down below. Tell me what language you're trying to learn and why, and what, if anything, is holding you back, or what, if anything, has become an obstacle for you, so that I can converse with you there in the comment section and start to help you out. Okay, so here's the 3 pieces of advice. First one, I want you to try to make what you're doing harder on yourself. Now let me explain what I mean by that. You might be studying for 15 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day, and you're feeling like it's so difficult and you're feeling like you can't do it and you're gonna give up. Why not make it even harder on yourself to the point where that 15 or 20 or 30 minutes a day now looks like it's nothing. Now it looks like it's easy. The thing is, you are capable of a lot more than you know. And you might be thinking, I can't really handle this, when actually you can handle much more. And if you prove to yourself that you can actually do much more, what you did before now seems like it was easy, then you start to realize that these steps which you need to climb, you can climb, it's almost like something that you have to practice, the nature of these stairs which you climb to get to higher and higher levels. You have to make yourself better, more efficient at climbing, if you see what I mean. So if you set your challenges higher and higher and higher and you consistently reach them, you're going to start to prove to yourself that you really can do this. Whereas if you stay at a certain level and complain about that certain level and make excuses about that certain level, you're always going to stay at that certain level. So set yourself a new and higher, more inspirational challenge, work hard to reach out and grab it, and then set the next peg even higher and the next one. And you got to fight to get yourself out of that hole. There's a quote that I like to share, which is, if you feel too busy to learn languages for 15 minutes a day, then do it for 30 minutes a day. And what I mean by when I say that is, you might feel like you don't have enough time, you don't have enough energy, you don't have enough smarts. Well, actually you do. It's just a matter of sort of reprioritizing what you want to be at the top of your list and what your goals are, and actually reducing or eliminating from your life the things that are not really your top goals, which leads me to my second piece of advice. My second piece of advice is try to look at things that you can reduce spending time and energy on or eliminate completely, so you free up more resources, energy, and time to put onto your top priority, which is this foreign language. Maybe you're spending too much time playing video games at night. Maybe that could be something you could reduce in favor of adding in a little more foreign language learning. Maybe you're staying up too late. Let's just take a simple one. You're staying up too late doing whatever it is. Staying up late and messing up your sleep is really bad for learning. You have to have your sleep dialed in so that your brain can be refreshed and also consolidate what you've learned during the day. Maybe you're doing too much partying, or you're into drugs or drinking. That's going to also affect your health and your sleep and your learning. So look, I'm not saying necessarily that you have to eliminate these things, but you need to sort of take stock of all these things and keep them in their proper place. Decide, okay, for how long and on which days am I going to allow myself to hang out with friends or watch this TV show, or do whatever thing that's purely for fun, purely for entertainment. Those things have to be kept in their proper place so that you have a lot of time and energy to put onto the language learning. Like I said about the last point, you might feel like you're struggling to get traction around this foreign language, and the thing is, you might actually be just spending too much of your free time on things that are irrelevant to that goal. Okay, and the third thing that I want to suggest is that you don't spend too much time learning languages online or with devices by yourself. Because language learning, I think, at its core, is a very human, a very social thing, and we lose track of that nowadays because let's be honest about it. The apps and the programs and the technology is just so entrancing. I mean, it's so much fun to use that we forget we're supposed to be making friends. We're supposed to be practicing our communication skills. We're supposed to be using that foreign language with other people. We need to be applying it more. And when you do that with real people in your real life, it builds your confidence, it builds your social skills, and it really pushes that language that you're trying to learn much more deeper into your brain and into the core of your being. So remember to put humans back at the center of your language learning practice. You might have this feeling of ennui, this feeling of isolation that's being driven by the way that you're practicing. So, similar to the last point, maybe you can think about for how long and when you're going to allow yourself to use devices, to use apps, to be online, to be at your computer, and when are you not? When are you going to force yourself to get back outside, to chat with people that you find when you go for a walk or you go to the store? When you go out to run your errands, when you explore new places, maybe new coffee shops, when you go to listen to new music somewhere, these can be opportunities where you practice languages with other people. And you might be able to find language exchanges too. That could be a good thing for you to research. Where in my area are there language exchange events? Or maybe they're not necessarily for language exchange specifically, but maybe they're places where foreigners mix and mingle to do stuff. Maybe you can serve or help in your community, and that would be a place where you can meet foreign people and practice. And if something like that doesn't exist, maybe you can be the one to form it. You can be the one to lead the way in your community. And wouldn't that be a great thing to do? That would really make the language learning super relevant and meaningful to you in your life. At the close of this video, I want to welcome you to come out and game with us. We're going to be playing card games online every Saturday at 8 a.m. New York City time. That's Eastern Standard Time right now in the United States. You can find out more details at languagecardgames.com. But I wish you well on your language learning journey. Here we are in February now. We can do this. Maybe you slipped up in January, but now it's time to get back on your game, get back on your plans and your new initiatives, and let it start with a comment to me down below. Let me get to know you and offer you some advice to help you out. I'll see you guys back here in the next one. Bye bye for now.